on your second monitor or on your phones here in the LCS studio. To vote for who you think will be triumphant this game, send either hashtag DIGWin or hashtag TLWin to @LOL Esports. We'll calculate those throughout the game. There's going to be a three-man quickly towards bottom here. I wonder if they're actually baiting Gamsu, or Quas rather, into this one. Perfectly done. Quas flies through like he's blindly running into the situation, but it was the bait. Out that lane right now, knowing they have the upper hand. Zingy will still focus top, but that leaves bottom open for a bit of gank pressure. A nice pushback onto Kiwi Kid. The permafrost goes down. The teleport's coming in here, and they cannot get to Gamsu. He may be able to offer a lot in this fight. Throws on the electrical surge as he goes in. Dominate should be going down here, but he's just doing all the damage he can before he does. Wait a minute.
If he jukes,
Boomerang.
He's got to juke a lot.
Nope. And got him.
No jukes, he just got to put a lot of damage on this turret to punish that teleport.
Right, I was about to say
He has no passive anymore. What's Zingy doing?
Well, he's got the bounce. He's definitely going to get a kill on Xpecial. No! Fate's call! You got to be kidding me. What a play!
It's a level 6 Sejuani here. That's the gank path.
Lockdown. Once again, the ultimate coming in into Glacial prison as well. There's a bit of the ice. Yeah, Liquid's going to have one of the easiest ends to their season. Piglet gets caught.
So no more jumping. And Zach just comboed that in down. They want it. Where's the lantern? Someone take it.
That's
Someone
a flash. Flash for flash. Corjay, very low mana here from the two trailing Shifter, but he has the Crescent Strike up. He has the ultimate, and he just vacuums. Control on this. Zingy just used the slingshot to get into the fight, and he's going to go down inside the fray. Who are they going to give this one to? I think it was a scramble, but Piglet rends out the last blob. Can't beat that. And they are going to get Dragon. So even with positional advantage there, Dignitas is just quickly pushed away.
Yeah, Team Dignitas jumped the gun on that one. I thought it was a nice kill into Dragon Take, but considering...
Mid lane's getting focused here by a Zingy, and maybe seeing him is going to allow Gamsu to take the hits. Team Liquid act on that very quickly. Maybe a Zingy tries to make a play here in the mid lane to get
in with Home Guard. So he is here in case a fight erupts. So Zingy tries for a steal. Does not get it. I Will Dominate is a rock. I Will Dominate right now, but Dominate is not close to his team. Xpecial might catch that. There's the lantern and the ults.
Doing that in front of a Sej, not a very smart idea, but the initiation coming from Dignitas could be better. Quas right into the middle of the fight, Fears 4, and the backline's getting hit up. Gamsu's forced to fly out of this one without Zanya's finished. He goes right down. We already lost Xpecial in the fight from Team Liquid, but they are able to kind of regroup. Make sure they drop 3 of Team Dignitas.
And for just one, that is a one fight for important. It's anywhere between 407 gold per level up in stats, depending on the champion. And we're seeing it manifest here. Quas manhandles Gamsu.
Yeah, that's one of my least favorite things is when you fight with the Zanyas. Hopefully the 5v5 becomes more prevalent for him and the team.
He wants to trade for. And Zingy sees them, so Team Liquid has to go.
Oh, Righteous Glory goes down, pops the Randuin's effect, and that is going to be Dignitas' health bars popped as well as Zingy tries to go in. Gamsu, one last ditch effort coming in with Shifter. That's a lot of AoE damage, but not enough damage to finalize the members of Team Liquid. That's Dignitas going down. The ace, well, only losing Xpecial for Team Liquid.
Wow, and it's because they hit first right there.
Always.
Completely selling out for that fight. And you saw how close it was going to be when Team Dignitas came in on the backside. Gamsu plus Shifter nearly took out Team Liquid, but it wasn't enough. Too many people on Team Dignitas had died, and Team Liquid makes the play that gives them a resounding lead in the burst, or just reducing overall magic damage. Oh, that's a very critical hook, though. Team Liquid might want to disengage. They do not disengage. They engage.
Yeah, they want to keep going. There's the Zanyas after the Glacial Prison as well, rather.
They're going to try the steal again. This is actually a pretty safe steal.
Is there for the lantern.
Zach can jump from a mile away. They lantern it in.
Too soon. I think is bad against this Team Liquid team.
Zingy goes.
There he goes.
Hecarim.
That's a nice let's bounce. The party's on. Frozen Tomb goes out, dealing a lot of AoE damage to Dignitas, and it looks like while it's cold, they are just melting under the pressure. Quas goes in for Shifter. He can't do much. Quas still has the ultimate.
Yeah, Quas was not a part of that fight. He based, charges Home Guards up to teleport in, but Team Liquid had such a lead. They have such a powerful team fighting, team composition.
They know they're ahead.
Looks like they're going to be locking themselves into that tiebreaker game at the end of the day.
Looks like they will indeed, coming out strong to end the split with that game, with that tiebreaker against Gravity, or teammate. It's going to be Team Liquid taking down Team Dignitas.
The most important game of the season was just completed for Team Liquid, setting up an even more important game for them, a best of one to see if they actually make the playoffs. Coming into the year, you'd think that a 9-9 schedule in a 9-9 standing in a 10-team lead would be enough for 6th place. But that is not the case in the North American LCS, the way it all played out.
So Dignitas 6-12 in the spring split as they end this one out. Regardless of the score, there were a lot of changes in there, more than some other teams, taking out Crumbs, who was pretty, you could say, Dignitas for quite some time. The last one on the team, yeah. And they still managed to get some good wins. Unfortunately, not putting them in that spot to play against the tiebreaker.
A season of adversity for Team Dignitas lands them in 9th place, but there was still some resurgence at the end of the year for Team Dignitas. Better early game.
Smiles there.
For sure. And take some confidence into that promotion tournament. But the real story here is Team Liquid holding on. They've had such a difficult season themselves. And if they can win that tiebreaker game, they will play against either Teammate or Gravity at the end of the day. They're in the playoffs, and none of that struggle would matter. It would only be about the future.
Right. Turmoil for them as well. We talked about Dig's changes. These guys changing back and forth as well at the AD carry position, settling on Piglet in the end. And, you know, they said things were coming together, and it does seem to be that way.
Yep, Peter picking a very powerful team composition for Team Liquid as well.
That as well, yeah, to pick some bans.
Yeah, being able to get the Sejuani with a late pick, taking Hecarim and Annie away from Team Dignitas with the first few picks. A very targeted strategy that both played off the strengths of Dignitas to make them weaker and also played to the strengths of Team Liquid.
Yep.
Now the question will be, does he have plans for both Gravity and Teammate that are the same?
That's right.
And that's the difficult thing when you're in here. So often these guys practice for one game per
day.
Then
a whole season of that.
Yeah, and now with a tiebreaker at the very end, they have a short turnaround time to figure that out.
Well, I'm sure they will be watching, definitely doing everything that makes them feel comfortable for that game. And Team Liquid